welcome to Tuesday night's sportscast on Rugby League. Tonight's game, one of the really big ones. Bradford Northern against Wigan. Your commentator, Alan McInnes.
Well, welcome to a reasonably dry Odsal Stadium after a very heavy morning's rain. And with me I've got John Pendlebury, the former Wigan and now Bradford player. John, the games between Bradford and Wigan have been very close over the last few years. What about today's game?
Obviously, I don't think there's going to be a lot of difference between the side. The Championship so far has, shown quite a few unpredictable results, and I would imagine the team that adapts to the conditions and takes the chances on the day are going to come out on top.
So both teams reasonably equally matched. Are there any particular strengths on either side you'd like to pick out?
Well, obviously Wigan from the pass record are going to start favourites. Bradford have obviously got the strength in the forwards, where I don't think they've got a forward under 15.5 stone. So hopefully I think they'll be looking to capitalise on that situation down the middle. But obviously it's going to be a game where whoever takes the chances and whoever interprets the referee's rules.
This is the Bradford side coming onto the field. They'll be very anxious for a victory here today. They haven't won at home so far this season, and they had that fine win at Featherstone, of course, last week. And any team there is, in fact, one of the new signings at Bradford, Brett Itty, great New Zealand scrum half, and he certainly looks anxious and keen. Brett Itty, a fine player, John. He's looking very good so far this season.
Yeah, he's come into the side and he's scored 2 tries in 3 games, and he looks like he's got the potential to go all the way in the game.
And on the other side, of course, Wigan, a team of well-established stars, and they themselves have got the 2 international halfbacks, and in fact they've got that international trio with Ellery Hanley at loose forward. Of course, a former Bradford favourite. That's some time ago now, but he played most of his rugby in his early days. And there is Frano Botica, and he's a countryman of the same ilk, Brett Itty, New Zealand. Botica's made quite an impact in this Wigan side, not only with his kicking, which has been very accurate, but also with some fine individual play. He's got a slot on the wing where he's been used to playing basically in centre or fly half positions at rugby union. John, have you seen him play?
No, I haven't seen him play. It's obviously going to be an interesting situation, because I think opposite him is an England B rugby union scrum half, so it should be interesting.
Well, there are indeed 1 or 2 very interesting confrontations here today, and on the bench on the Wigan side we've got Kelvin Skerrett, and he of course recently transferred to Wigan. The international of course was playing here at Bradford last season, and he was a thorn in Wigan's side last year, but now he's trying to help Wigan regain the championship. So Joe Lydon sets off with the kick downfield, and straight away the player coach of Bradford, David Hobbs, a fine player in his own right. He's got 13 on his back, but he probably in fact may well play in the second row, with Carl Fairbank, another international, slotting into the loose forward row. So quick play the ball, noble as ever at acting halfback, and there is the big number 12, Paul Medley. And the kick downfield from Hobbs, certainly losing Harkin. It's Hobbs who'll probably take more of the kicking. And Hampson, a rare mistake from him, he's lost possession. Bradford pick it up. So that's a good piece of play from Bradford, the kick downfield, and then Hampson strangely there letting go of the ball. Hobbs again in the action, sells the dummy, then offloads. Now that's a great tackle on the far side of the field by Dean Bell. Craig Richards, big powerful prop forward. He's had some very strong games for Bradford. Itty looking for players outside. Ian Wilkinson, the former Leeds fullback, comes into the line. Good tackle from Joe Lydon. Wigan stretched on this left-hand side as Simpson tries to get the move going. Tony Marchant is the centre who's at number 4, and Daryl Shelford it is, number 3. That's a lovely kick through, and Myers has to go back. So a bit of pressure in this early stage, John, put on by Bradford.
Yes. Bradford have started out well. They've gone through a good first 6 tackles with a good kick, and fortunately Steve Hampton made a mistake down in his own quarter. Hopefully we might be able to take advantage of Eden Ball. I think David Myers just kicks it into touch though.
So Itty feeds. That's a good strong scrimmage. But Simpson misses the ball from Itty. That certainly was a powerful pass, typical sort of rugby union spin pass from Itty. And he certainly looks full of confidence, does the scrum half. Simpson sidestepping off his right foot. But good defence from Martin Dermott and Andy Platt. Platt, of course, one of the contenders for the number 10 spot in Great Britain's side. Fairbank making the run. Itty again in control of the situation. So Bradford stretching this Wigan defence. They've pushed it out wide to the right. Now they've got options of going right or left. Hobbs decides for the little chip. That's fairly accurate. And here, of course, at Odsal Stadium, the corners are curved upwards and the ball tends to stop a little bit there, John, doesn't it?
Yes. Franel Bosker showing his inexperience a little bit there. Instead of letting the ball run dead on its own, he seemed to take it on the line and run dead, and Wigan, Bradford in possession again. Hopefully we should maybe take advantage of the situation.
Well, that was a fine kick from Hobbs, but that's a good one from Joe Lydon, and it's forced the error. Paul Medley it is who's dropped the ball. So that's going to be a scrum down just inside the Bradford half, and two rare mistakes. First of all by Hampson from the kick, and now by Medley, and that's really put the pressure on the side. It's the first scrum with a Wigan feed. Let's see what the interpretation is. Andy Gregory feeds the scrum. He comes out quite badly, and that's a free kick awarded to Bradford. Robin Whitfield quite adamant that it was foot up.
Yeah, the scrums are a real grey area these days. There didn't seem to be much wrong with the feeding from here. Obviously Robin Whitfield's in a better position down there.
Well, that puts Bradford on the attack again. They're on the Wigan 22 as Noble the dummy to Richards, and it's a wide ball straight away to Itty. But that's perhaps a little bit of an experience as well. The ball's gone down. The referee's going to blow for the knock-on. Now, who knocked it forward, we'll see in a moment. In fact, he's blown for a Bradford knock-on, so it's going to be a Wigan feed, and we can get perhaps a closer look at the feed on this near side as Andy Gregory walks around the scrum. The ball should go to the hooker's feet and not the second row. Well, he's let him go with that one, so it's possession. And Edwards decides to kick, and that's a real testing kick. Dean Bell chasing. Caudle's back there, so's Neil Summers. He picks it up, and he's tackled over his line, so that's using the wind to great effect, and that's put quite a deal of pressure on this Bradford side. And Hobbs is looking for a quick kick, so very effective use of the wing there, John.
Yes, Neil Summers did well to get back behind his own line and gather the ball safely under a bit of pressure from Dean Bell, but good tactics from Wigan. Put the onus back on Bradford now.
Boddicker takes that drop kick and sidesteps through. He's really got some pace as Boddicker, especially off the sidestep, accelerating away. Dermot one out, looking for Dennis Betts. Betts takes it standing still. So a little bit of confusion in the Wigan ranks there as the organisation takes place. Platt takes the drive straight into the powerful Bradford forwards. Each one of their forwards well over 15 stone. Now the set move. Goodway takes it wide and hands it on, but only picked up by Tony Marchant. Trying to get that ball away in the tackle, perhaps a little bit ambitious. Edwards had shot through. Switch in play. Good tackling and good work from the play the ball situation by Joe Lydon. He's put two tackles in, and there's another one. Simpson has to go to acting halfback. He's got quite a bit of pace as Roger Simpson. He's played out in the centre and out on the wing. He's picked as a number 6, and he was in that Great Britain squad. Well, that's been charged down, so everybody's onside. Myers takes it well under all sorts of pressure. David Myers, who's just got into the first team after all that controversy with Warrington and Widnes. He scored a superb try against Castleford. Bell looking for Boddicker. Boddicker, I think, coming inside there as Bell drifted wide. That's the halfway line. We've had just over 5 minutes play. There's been no score. There's been a bit of pressure from both sides. 1 or 2 mistakes. Hanley's first touch of the ball and gets away from the tackle. Lydon finds Myers. Myers against Summers, but good cover there from Itty. So he's certainly got quite a lot of skill as this young New Zealand scrum half. So Hanley in possession. 10 metres from the Bradford 22. Edwards. Platt takes it on the burst. Crowd appealing for a forward pass. This is the last one. Dermot finds Edwards. Edwards again with the kick. And that's high. It's travelling in the window. That's awkward for Wilkinson. He's taken it well. Gets away from Boddicker. That's a great take from Ian Wilkinson. Under a lot of pressure. Well, Darryl Shelford also showing a little bit of skill there. John, he's obviously taking some time to settle down into his new code.
Yeah, we've got 3 centres, vying for 2 positions at present, and he's took his chance as well when he's coming to the side. Hopefully today will be a good experience for him, good learning process.
Yeah, so a lot of prospects out there. Bradford looking a little bit in trouble there as Noble steps over the injured Andy Platt. He's down on one knee, hobbling away. So Hampson decides to play safe, puts his foot on the ball, and this time hangs on as Marchant makes the tackle. David Myers drifting away across field. So taking the workload off the forwards, the 3/4 getting into the action. Martin Dermott waiting at acting halfback. Edwards 1 out. Goodway trying to find a hold in this well-organised Bradford defence. Goodway plays it back to Dermott. Edwards again, 1 out. The run around with Gregory. Gregory finding the gap. That looked high. It's round the collar, so that's all right, says Robin Whitfield. Lucas takes the drive, and Robin Whitfield has found offside. A little bit of fisticuffs, as Lucas obviously didn't like that. Hobbs trying to push his players away. Ellery Hanley getting in there. So just a moment of aberration there. Robin Whitfield not looking too perturbed. He's stopping the clock, and he's going to have a few words, I think, with both sides. Ellery Hanley, as ever, next to the referee. That's certainly a common occurrence. Joe, John, as Ellery Hanley organises the play, certainly he's always quick to come up, Ellery Hanley, isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is. As a captain, he obviously wants to be in and around that area, try and influence the referee in what way he can.
So the penalty was for offside. He's had referee Robbie Whitfield's had a chat with Ian Lucas and Carl Fairbank about getting on with the game, and let's play it properly and sensibly. But that kick has put Wigan into Bradford's 22. Myers taking that first drive. So Wigan well organised in their play. The dummy from Dermott. Goodway takes the second drive in. So that's good defence. Dermott again wide. Gregory with the dummy in the run around. And that's a very wide ball, but Lydon has to take it standing still. So Shelford very quickly in on the tackle on Joe Lydon. Boddicker and Bell with the run around. Boddicker gets away from one tackle, but too many white jerseys there. So Wigan's ploys have not broken through yet, and there's the straight drive. We've had 4 tackles now. This is the last one. Could be a kick from Gregory. Decides to pass the ball. Hanley knocks it on. That was a good defence again. Medley moved up very, very quickly and put quite a bit of pressure as Hanley tried to take that ball on the burst.
A good set of 6 tackles there from Bradford, under pressure inside their own quarter. They applied the pressure at the right time, and hopefully they can get out of this area now and start building on.
Good defence from Bradford. They've got possession now. They'll probably use Hobbs in a moment to kick. After 1 or 2 drives from their big forwards. That's Richards. He's a big, strong forward coming on, still learning the game. There's one man who will possibly make Mal Reid Great Britain squad. That's Carl Fairbank. Hobbs with the kick, this time with his left foot. That's a bit of versatility. Got onto the wrong foot. This awkward bounce for David Myers. And again, a good defensive line from the kick, John. They'd moved up very well. Hobbs had kicked, and there were 4 people there in one line for Myers to go through.
Playing against the wind, the kicks are not as deep as they would like to be, but there was a good chase there. Perhaps Bradford might be a bit better kicking earlier on in this.
Well, that's an interception from Hobbs. It was Edwards who tried the kick over the top. He went straight to David Hobbs. It is in support. Simpson wide. Wigan have regrouped in defence. Now is a chance for Bradford to show their ability to break through. The drive from John Hamer, they want to settle it down. They're on the second tackle as Noble finds Itty. Itty again once, firing it wide. Fairbank trying to hit the gap and offload, but he's lost it. It's gone forward. So the game riddled with one or two errors, John, in this first 10 minutes.
Yeah, there has been quite a few mistakes. The Edwards chip was an interesting play there. Bradford appear to be playing without a bobby behind the line of defence, and I would think trying to exploit that situation.
The feed won at the scrum. Edwards looking for Bell inside. There is space, but it's been covered. But Bell's found another one and keeps going. Certainly Dean Bell will keep those legs pumping when he hits the gap and hits the tackle. Difficult man to stop at full pace, and here's another one who's difficult. Hanley, tackled by Medley. And certainly the Bradford crowd will be on their toes whenever Hanley gets this ball. They'll be using a little bit of voice, I'm sure, this afternoon. That's a great kick from Andy Goodway. It's from Andy Gregory, in fact. It's gone into the in-ball area. Summers looks at it, picks it up and runs it out, but runs straight into David Myers. Again, Joe Lydon working hard in the tackle. As Noble runs it away from acting halfback. Former Great Britain hooker, of course, one of the, as he likes to put it, one of the prettiest players in the game. But probably only when he's got his teeth in, John. Itty wanting to organise play wide out. Simpson plays the ball back with that natty pair of blue undergarments there.
That's good control of the ball there from Bradford. Kicking earlier on the tackle gives time for the chasers to get up there.
Well, that slip by Steve Hampson just shows you how much rain we've had this morning, and although the pitch looks nice and green, it's quite slippy out there. Gregory changes direction, but Bottiger had come across, of course, just a moment ago, so they were out a winger, and D-Bale has to take the ball in. Dermott tries a kick, and that's a bit more accurate, and kicks it through, and Edwards is chasing, and Edwards is onside, but it's gone too far. Well, that was a very accurate little kick through from Martin Dermott, but probably the wind just took it a little bit too far, John.
Yes, he exploited the situation around the acting halfback where he picked up the ball quite quickly and smartly, and just kicked the ball a little bit too hard. It was a bit unfortunate from Wigan's point of view.
Well, Wilkinson was certainly beaten by the kick through, and Edwards was shooting up in support, but just went too far. As Bradford again in possession, just 30 metres out from their own line. We've had a quarter of an hour's play, still no score. This Fairbank makes a good drive. Hobbs looking to offload, finds Noble. One of the best handlers, I think, in the game is David Hobbs under pressure. He can offload that ball with 2 or 3 people around him. Now Hamer taking it on, so a bit of close support play from the Bradford forwards, putting a bit of pressure on Wigan. Last tackle, Hobbs decides to kick. He kicks accurately, kicks dead. And that's going to be a scrum inside the Wigan 22. But since the departure of Paul Harkin, Hobbs obviously taking a bit more of the kicking role on, John.
Yes, almost all of it at present in the side. Brett Itty is quite a useful kicker. He just, with his experience at the moment, he's just settling in, and he's obviously not using that part of his game.
So Hanley picks it up at the back of the scrum, runs to Wilkinson, runs away from him, tries to push off Simpson, pushes off Shelford. Too many whites now, they regroup. But the Great Britain lose forward after having quite a long spell out. He's looking quite sharp. Bottiger trying to link from the left wing. There was a slight overlap there, but good defence as Bradford shuffled across. And Lydon had to take the tackle. Myers is running across field. So at the moment, neither defensive line is being broken. Gregory puts it downfield. Wilkinson drifting across from the back. That's his own goal line. He's in his own goal area now, and he runs it out. And he's got through Myers' tackle. Andy Platt and Andy Gregory had to finish it off. Just outside the 22, Itty in possession. Hands it on to Dixon, to Medley. Medley, of course, is one of the fastest second rows around, John. He had a big hit a few years ago on the international scene, and then seems to have dropped out of international recognition.
He's a real prolific try scorer. He's probably one of the best second running forwards in the game. He seems to have settled in at Bradford now and playing with confidence in a big pack. He seems to be showing his best form.
Well, certainly a danger man, and somebody that we're going to have to watch. And with Hobbs' ability to offload the ball in the tackle, then Medley's the sort of person who can revel in those situations. As Gregory fires out a long pass to Edwards, the run around between Bell and Edwards, as Marchant came up and stopped the pass out wide to Hampson, Edwards had to take it on his own. Hanley sidesteps inside, looking fast, looking good. Now this is the Hanley of old, as Myers takes the ball and kicks ahead. Has he gone too far? Wilkinson obstructs. Has he got the try? And he's got the try. Try's been given by Robin Whitfield. David Myers has scored for Wigan. So as Hanley broke down this right-hand side, the ball was flicked out to David Myers. Myers kicked past Wilkinson, and it looked as if Wilkinson was going to obstruct him and push him into touch. He managed to get around him. The ball went into the in-goal area, and Myers bounced on it, and that was Wigan's first try. Frano Botica is the kicker. He's lining it up on the 22-metre line, and a rather unusual formation. He leaned the ball slightly forward, but he doesn't actually kick it with his toe. It's a round the corner kick, but the ball unusually leaning slightly forward. He's got the wind with him, and you'll have to allow for that. He needs to be aiming just to the left of that upright. It looks good, it's accurate. Oh, that's a super kick from Frano Botica. Well, a fine kick from Botica has put Wigan into a 6-0 lead after just 19 minutes play. John, it was a fine break from Hanley.
Yes, he's always dangerous. Obviously, with this Wigan side, there's half a dozen players who, you have to keep your eye on them all the time. Great break and good support play with the winger Myers.
Well, we've had a substitution on the Bradford side as Lucas hits it out. We've got Mark Wilson on the field, and Ian Wilkinson it is in fact who's come off. He looked to be struggling as he was chasing back to chase Myers, as Gregory puts the ball downfield. Wigan 6-0 in the lead, and that's the first touch for Wilson. Is he going to let it go dead? In fact, it does. So even with that slope on the far side to accommodate the speedway here at Odsall, that ball went over the dead ball line. Well, that try certainly has brought perhaps a little bit of life back to the game itself. It's been a little bit flat. There's not been a lot of ambitious play. Both defences really cancelling out one another's attacks as Simpson tries to push it wide. Fairbank offloading inside, but that's gone loose. It's flicked back. Itty's picked it up well. There's an overlap on that side as Richards takes it in. Itty supports again and still keeps it going. This is good stuff from Bradford. Out to Caudle on the right wing. Inside to Shelford. Shelford gets away from Betts. That's a superb Bradford try. As Itty got that ball away to Richards. He supported him well. Richards flicked it back. He went out to Hobbs, supporting well, and then a beautiful pass from Hobbs put Caudle away down that right wing. Inside was Shelford, and Shelford had the pace and ability to go over in the corner despite the attentions of second row pairs Dennis Betts and Andy Goodway. So David Hobbs, who was involved in that try, he's going to take this conversion attempt a very similar distance to Botica's, but he's got the wind to contend with, and that will make it far more difficult. He's lined it up, he's kicked it high, perhaps too high, so just wide of that post. So 6-4 in Wigan's favour, and Hobbs just missing the kick, David Hobbs just missing it, John, but that was a great try from Bradford.
Excellent work there by Brett Itty, showing superb spontaneous play in the middle of the field, supporting and offloading the ball and attacking. And good work from Gerald Corden looking inside for a centre partner.
Robin Whitfield indicating that Kelvin Skerrett can come on the field. Andy Platt is coming off for rest. Skerrett, the number 15, comes onto the field, just in picture there. And a return to Odsal Stadium for the former Bradford hero. I'm sure he's not going to get too much of a welcome from the Bradford people today.
I'm sure Kelvin will want to get involved early doors here now.
Yes, he'll want to get involved and get in the game. He's had a bit of trouble with some asthma and a few problems with the hamstrings, but he seems to be fit now. Oh, what a great break from Richards. And only a desperate tackle from Martin Dermott stopped Richards from driving away. Itty got himself involved there as Goodway blocked the pass wide out. Wigan moving up quickly. A bit of sparkle in the game at last. Hobbs looking for somewhere to go but can't find it. Wigan really firing in at the moment. Simpson, the dummy, acceleration, goes underneath Hanley's tackle. So Lydon has to come in and finish it off. Hobbs changes again onto the left foot and then links inside to Wilson. Wilson pushes it high. Hampson's underneath it. Steve Hampson, one of the contenders for the Great Britain spots at fullback. Now Myers well tackled by Richards, who made that great break on the far side just a moment ago. And Dermott takes it on. And Gregory has to come in and act in halfback. Fires it to Edwards. A first touch for Skerrett. And he's met by three of his former teammates. A bit more bite in that tackle, I think, John.
Yes, there certainly is. There's three Bradford players firing.
So Wilson covering across. He's come on for the injured Wilkinson. Mark Wilson got a bit of pace. Tries to step inside Myers. And almost got through, but Davy Myers just hanging on. So Bradford on the 22-metre line as Noble runs away from Martin halfback and gives it to Itty. Itty decides to kick. And being a rugby union scrum half, he'll be used to kicking, and that's a good kick. It's got Bradford into Wigan's half. Bartiger just failing to get the ball before it went over into touch. And we've had just 25 minutes play in this first half. It's not been sparkly stuff. We've had two good tries, but the defences have generally been on top.
I think it's important in this period of time now with Bradford. They've got to go forward before they go sideways. They seem to be offloading the ball before they've got the Wigan defence backpedaling.
Well, this is one way of going forward, a free kick at the scrimmage, and Robbie Whitfield not happy about that scrimmage. He's given the free kick to Bradford, and Hobbs will push his side forward. He's put that ball to within 10 metres of the Wigan line. Noble rushes up to take the tap. There's the drive and the switch to Paul Medley on that blind side. Wigan on their own line. Bradford pressing. Richards takes the drive again. He can't break through. So we've had three strong drives. Will there be a set move now from Bradford? Itty goes across to the far side, chips it through. He picks it up again. Is he over? Yes, he is. That's a great bit of skill from the New Zealand scrum half, Brett Itty. Bradford's second try. There were three drives from the penalty, and then Itty took it from left to right to switch the play. He put the little kick in. He seemed to have lost possession. It bounced back into his hands, and he was strong enough to get over. So Hobbs missed the last conversion attempt. Just 10 metres in from the far touchline. And really that's put Wigan back on their heels. Two tries in the space of 3 or 4 minutes. David Hobbs lined it up. A leisurely approach. It looks good. It's over. 10 points to 6 then. Bradford lead Wigan after 27 minutes play. So that's quite a fight back, John, after that first try.
Yeah, good work by Brett Itty again. It was a set piece where Brett was coming back from left to right, hoping to pick up a forward on the blind side, but he reacted quickly enough to put the short kick through and gathered himself. Great work.
So the score is still pretty close, 4 points in it. As Medley runs it out, but runs straight into Ian Lucas. Good tackle from the number 8. Hamer takes it over the 22. Now Richards hitting it up. He's big and strong, but no progress there. Itty looking for his kicker, David Hobbs. And that's bounced infield. Hampson picks it up. He's on his own. Bottiger's on the left wing. Can't find him though. Good tackle from Fairbank. And Cordell finishes it off. Bottiger in the action, trying to find some space. That looked high. He's bursting through. Good cover tackle there from Brian Noble. Edwards trying to prompt. Finds Hanley. Well, Dennis Betts eventually let that go, but that's put all sorts of pressure on Sean Edwards.
Bradford were a little bit unlucky there. Wigan exploited the situation where Bradford was short on the right hand side, and unfortunately the ball didn't go to hand when they had the man overlap.
Well, there's one set move as Lucas takes the drive forward, and that's good aggressive running from the young number 8. Possible contender for Great Britain honours, but he's lost the ball. Shelford's taken it off him. Brian Noble, acting halfback, drifting across field. He must have run many miles away from acting halfback, Brian Noble. For Bradford working their way up to the halfway line. Itty to Hobbs. Hobbs the wide ball. Shelford's in space. Comes off that right foot. Looked quite a sharp sidestep, but it in fact was swallowed up by the cover on the inside. Hobbs decided to kick, and just a little kick. He's quite content with the scrummage and not a handover. And certainly the way the scrummage has been going, Robin Whitfield has been quite harsh on Wigan, John.
Yes, and also looking at the size of the Bradford pack, I think they're quite capable of winning 1 or 2 against the head today. Brian Noble was quite a prolific hooker of the ball.
Itty was very quickly round. As Hampson takes that ball, and it was a little bit behind him, and he's lost possession. It's gone backwards, playing a bit of basketball. Bottiger was running away, but referee Robin Whitfield says that's a knock-on. So there have been some very uncharacteristic mistakes here. Steve Hampson has made a couple of handling errors, which you would not normally expect him to do. One of the safest handlers in the game. And Itty certainly put a bit of pressure on Andy Gregory then as he came round the scrimmage.
Real good work there from Britt. Put Gregory under a lot of pressure.
Simpson sidesteps inside Gregory. Edwards covers. Itty links wide again, and Shelford, who's showed quite a lot of promise already in this game, scored a great try, and he's made some good defensive tackles. Richards desperately driving for that line. Bradford certainly on top form at the moment. John Hamer the drive. Just 2 metres from the Wigan line. Bradford in possession, a set move possibly. Itty looking for the gap, there's none there. Skerritt had moved up quickly. That's good defence from the big front rower. Noble finds Hobbs, he can offload the ball. Inside it is to Fairbank. Fairbank's going. Links inside to Hamer, but good defence from Wigan. That's a handover. Hanley links inside. Goodway can't get anywhere, and he's had the ball taken off him, as he knows. Simpson can't quite take it off the number 12. Well, again, Steve Hampson looks as if he's not got any studs in. He's slipped on 2 or 3 occasions, John.
Yeah, it's important that Bradford put in a good 6 tackles here and try and put pressure on the kicker. It's the first time that they've had Wigan in this situation.
Well, that was pretty sloppy play. Dennis Betts knocked the ball forward. And a lack of coordination there on this normally efficient Wigan unit. But a bit of pressure from Bradford. They've certainly got the tails up. They want to win today, John.
Yes, they do. We've had a few indifferent results already this season. We've had games in the bag and then thrown them away through poor possession, really. Control of possession.
Well, the incentives to play against people like Kelvin Skerritt and Ellery Handley, former Bradford players, is something. But Gregory has kicked the ball away. He's obviously disgusted with Robbie Whitfield's decision. He's given the free kick to Wigan, and the ball came out on the Wigan side. But I don't think Robbie Whitfield will be too bothered. He's one of the most relaxed referees in the game, I think, and certainly one of the most respected. He's been in the game a long time. Dermot, the tap to Skerrett. Skerrett at full blow. And Noble and Richards couldn't hold him then. Dennis Betts takes the ball over the 22-metre line. We're going to get a chance now to have a go at this Bradford defence. Edwards moves it wide. Handley with the kick ahead. Well, that's a fine kick, but it's probably gone too far. Wilson takes it easily. And a strong tackle from Handley. It's put pressure on Bradford, but it was only the third tackle, John. Perhaps a bit too early, the kick.
Yeah, perhaps he was trying to exploit the situation with Mike Wilson being an inexperienced full-back. It was a strange ploy.
Well, it certainly put Bradford in their own 22, and Wigan now working in the defence as Lydon and Dermot wrap up Itty. Gregory's the chaser. He's going to look after the kicker. Puts Hobbs under pressure, but David Hobbs, one of these players who always seems to have time under all sorts of pressure, and he certainly had time there to put that kick in. As we come to the last 5 minutes of this first half, Gregory finds Edwards. Lydon takes the drive in. Is this a set move from Wigan? It could be, as the switch in play comes. Bradford may have read it. It's Goodway hits the gap. Myers in space, but he's gone into touch. It was a switch in play from the drive to the centre of the field. The overlap was almost there, but not quite. And Myers ran out of space. Brett Itty, who's organised a lot of things for this Bradford side, feeds the scrum and runs away from it. But that's a fair reception committee. Ellery Hanley and Dennis Betts. Simpson. It's a good drive from Fairbank. He's looked very strong and aggressive, Carl Fairbank. He's got a lot of skill as well, John.
Yeah, both him and Craig Richards have took the ball up real well coming out of the Bradford 25 and made good yards.
Well, there's the other man, Richards. Richards striding away. What pace for number 8. And he's got Medley with him. Inside is Simpson. And Simpson, he scored. Oh, that's a marvellous try for Bradford. Roger Simpson has scored. Well, it was Itty who'd put the big number 8, Craig Richards, away. And Richards sprinted away like Carl Lewis. Fully 50, 60 yards. And then he had Medley on his outside and in support on the inside, Roger Simpson. A great time pass from him, and Simpson went over despite the attentions of David Myers. Well, that was a try out of the top, George, on.
Yeah, it certainly was. Absolutely tremendous work from Craig Richards breaking through. I thought at one moment he might took the right option as he looked to his right to Paul Medley, but he put it back inside to Roger Simpson, whose strength just got him over. It's a tremendous try, that from Bradford's point of view.
Well, David Hobbs will be pleased about it, and he'll be pleased about those extra 2 points as well. So Bradford go into a 16-6 lead here, just before half-time. And Wigan must be wondering what's hit them. They've got the wind at their backs. They've put quite a bit of pressure on this Bradford side, but the defence has held on. They've had just that one try from David Myers that opened the scoring, and Bradford have responded in fine style with 3 superb tries. And Roger Simpson, the try scorer, takes that one well. That was a good piece of support play from the number 6. Hunting away. Noble looking for the runners. It's John Hamer.
It's important that Bradford just go through the 6 here now and control the ball and go in at half-time 16.6 in front with the wind at the back in the second half. They can pummel the right-hand corner.
Certainly, David Hobbs, I'm sure, will be instructing. Let's keep this ball. Fairbank in a bit of trouble there as he plays the ball slowly. That's going to take a bit of time. And Hobbs it is who'll push it downfield. It's pinpoint accuracy from David Hobbs. He's a superb kicker.
Yes, good tactics there. You could tell with the strength of the wind, the ball got held up and just dipped beneath Frano Bocchio.
But he's kept it low into the wind. It's bounced in a touch. And I'm sure in the second half we're going to see some prodigious efforts from him, pushing Wigan backwards and Bradford forward. That's something that Bradford will be looking forward to. But we've got another 3 minutes play as Gregory feeds the scrummage. But Robin Whitfield, again, not happy about it. That's a free kick.
I think Bradford are just too...
Well, the crowd certainly not too happy either, as Robin Whitfield asks, I'm sure, for Andy Gregory to come over. And he's obviously telling Ellery Hanley in no uncertain terms what he wants. He wants the ball in the scrummage at the right place, and if not, he's going off.
I think Bradford have just took the initiative through wanting to run onto the ball a lot stronger and harder than Wigan have over the last 10 minutes. There's certainly a lot more urgency in the Bradford side.
There certainly is an urgency in their play. And they're 10 points in the clear at the moment. Noble, Richards, who created that try with that superb break just a few moments ago. Now, the switch, is it? Yes, it goes to the right. Hobbs decides to drop kick. Is that over? Yes, that's another point. Well, that's 11 points of difference, and that could be quite crucial. But David Hobbs again showing his all-round kicking skills. He's kicked very well into this wind from the hand, and now the drop kick. Hampson lines it up. Lydon kicks it deep. Cordell, we've not seen a great deal of him. He was in that try that Darragh Shelford scored, but we've not seen a lot of play out to the wings. It's been fairly tight stuff. Good defence. Hobbs himself takes it in. Bradford just outside their own 22 as Noble looks for the runners. Simpson prompts. Well, that's good defence from Wigan as Goodway fires in. Noble drifts away, but Goodway works hard, and Lucas is in attention as well. There it is again, the Hobbs kick up that touchline. Steve Hampson plays football, tries to get past Itty. That's a good tackle from Brett Itty. He's learning this game quickly. And there's another one who's looking good, Frano Bocchio. The two New Zealanders have stamped their mark on this game already. And there's one who's been in the game a lot of time. Gregory makes the break. Edwards on to Myers. There's good Bradford cover. There goes the half-time hooter. The last chance for Wigan in this first half was stopped by superb cover from Bradford. So at half-time, Bradford in the lead by the amazing margin of 17 points to 6.
You're watching British Aerospace Sportscast.
The Wigan side coming onto the field for the second half. They're facing a strong wind, and they're also facing a Bradford side without their captain, Ellery Hanley, who has been amazingly sent off just before, or just after the half-time whistle had gone. He was speaking to the referee. Robbie Whitfield has sent Hanley off, so Wigan down to 12 men for this second half. Not detracting anything from Bradford's performance, but if they win this game, perhaps it'll be said, well, because Hanley went off the field. But certainly this first half, they've played superbly well. They've been the best side on view. And there's the man in the middle, Mr. Whitfield, handing the ball on to Brett Itty. So a fairly interesting start, John, to this second half.
Yes, obviously with the test series coming up as well. Ellery Hanley looked very promising in the first half. Showed one or two nice touches. If there's a suspension imminent, it would be interesting to see how the disciplinary committee looks upon that.
So 40 minutes left. Brett Itty kicks off. Steve Hampson collects near his own line. Runs and sidesteps off the left foot. Tries to force through. Good tackle from Roger Simpson. Well, sides have won with 12 men on many occasions, but it's a pretty hard task for Wigan now, as Dennis Betts, and we've seen little of the powerful running of this young second row forward in the first half. Skerritt. Need a lot of hard work from this number 8 in the second half as Gregory tries to find the gaps. But that's a bad ball. Bell has to get round. Marchant picks it up. Knock forward, says Whitfield, the referee. So Tony Marchant having a look. He certainly didn't knock it on, but it was knocked on as Gregory tried to get the ball away in the tackle. And it's going to be a Wigan feed, and they'll be packing with just those 5 forwards. Good drive, good solid scrimmage. That Bradford pack certainly just pushing Wigan back a shade. Dean Bell has to double back inside. He's running away from people, playing a bit of touch rugby. Dennis Betts takes it standing still. That's good defence from Bradford. The 2 centres, Marchant and Shelford there, giving Dennis Betts no room whatsoever. Skerritt again hits it up. Tries to get rid of the ball in the tackle. But he's met by David Croft, the 15, who's come onto the field. Betts takes it well. Gregory decides to kick, and that's pushed Wilson back into his own 22. Good run from Wilson. He's made it to within 10 metres of the 22. And the substitute, Davy Croft, is on the field for the big number 8, Craig Richards. He's obviously injured himself. He had some strapping on that thigh, but it didn't seem to be too bad when he sprinted that 60 yards, John.
Yeah, obviously he's gone off for some reason, and perhaps it might be David's just giving him a blow for 15-20 minutes and bringing him on, and they were strong in the last quarter.
Well, there's the tactics we thought would happen. Hobbs has pushed that ball back. It's going to stay in play as well. Myers has to run it out. He has got pace as David Myers, but he can't get past Simpson. Roger Simpson following that kick up very well indeed.
It's important that Bradford get the 2 markers working in here. Wigan seem to be making good yardage from the acting half-back.
Yes, they've got 1 or 2 explosive runs away from that play the ball situation. Edwards tries to find the gap. Fairbank covered well on the inside. Oh, and an offside decision there. Skerritt, in fact, was offside. When the play the ball was made, Kelvin Skerritt was in an offside position. That's a chance for 2 points. I'm sure Hobbs will probably want to kick a goal here, John.
It's disputable whether or not he was interfering with play or not, but if Bradford can take the 2 points here, it can certainly put them in the driving seat.
Well, it's Craig Richards who's come on the field with the sand, and David Hobbs, the coach, will take his time. He's certainly easily capable of the distance here. It's about 36, 37 metres out. And David Hobbs taking on the responsibility of coaching Bradford. He's still quite young for coaching purposes, but very experienced player and a fine kicker. He's kicked that one well. He's kicked it over. Bradford 19 points to 6 in the lead. Another nail in Wigan's coffin there, and we've just had 4 minutes play in this second half. The game perhaps lacks a little bit of sparkle, John. There's been some good tries.
Yeah, I've been a little bit disappointed in Wigan, their own organisation. They seem to be really at 6s and 7s in their own half of the field.
Well, they're usually well organised, but today it's Bradford who've looked the side that are more likely to break through the very strong defences on both teams. John Hamer takes the drive. And that's David Croft, the substitute on for the Craig Richards. And that's David Hobbs. Accurate kicking. Hampson, a good taker. Super catch from Steve Hampson. Now running it out. Finds Bodica. Bodica sidesteps inside. He's quite electric, is Fano Bodica, but that's a good defensive line from Bradford. Andrew Goodway runs it up, but he meets a wall of Bradford defenders. Well, the wide ball from Dermot, and Skerritt's kept it alive. Edwards sells the dummy, accelerates through the gap. Look for support. Itty gets across. Myers comes inside. Good play from Wigan. A fine break for Sean Edwards. Lydon wants a quick play of the ball. Goodway moves it wide. And again a wide ball. Hampson's there. He sidesteps inside, accelerates through the gap. There's a mass of Bradford players there. Bell recovers. And it's still going. Skerritt inside to Boddicker. This is exciting play, but good Bradford defence as well. Dermot goes on his own. On the last tackle, what can Wigan offer now? Bradford have held out so far. Lucas the dummy, inside to Betts. A great try from Dennis Betts. Oh, that was a piece of magic. Dennis Betts, the scorer, gets the congratulations from Andy Gregory, but it was Gregory with that run around Ian Lucas. Ian Lucas sold the dummy and then stepped into the Bradford line. A beautiful pass to the supporting Dennis Betts, and Betts flies over. Well, we're going to have a change of goal kicker. In fact, it's Joe Lydon coming up to take this kick. A fairly simple effort, but Boddicker, in fact, has got a little bit of an injury. He's had some treatment from the physio Keith Mills, but he's staying on the field. So Lydon, a chance to pull back 2 points. The gap is 9 at the moment. Lydon, experienced kicker, he's got the 2 points. 19-12 the score then. The gap narrowed. Well, that was a good Wigan try with some good pressure, John. And certainly Betts was flying then. We've not seen a great deal of Dennis Betts, as I mentioned earlier, and he really is a powerful, strong second rower. A little bit of like Paul Medley, but few opportunities. So Bradford, who defending so well right up to that last tackle. Perhaps still a bit over-eager. Robbie Whitfield has caught them offside. I think it was Brett Itty, the number 7, who just advanced a little bit too much. And Andy Gregory calling the tune as Lydon finds touch on this left-hand side. That's the halfway line. And Boddicker, who's had some treatment, feeds the ball to Dermot. Strong drive from Lucas, the maker of that last try with that little dummy, and a great pass inside. Wide to Betts. Dermot fires it to Goodway. Edwards links across, tries to put Bell into the gap. Edwards has drifted across, but there's no room there. In fact, there's no players there. All Wigan's players, apart from Franna Boddicker, are on the right-hand side of the field. And Dermot's got it that way this time. Gregory tries the kick. That's still in play. It's bounced awkwardly, but Summers had picked it up well. So Neil Summers, who's a recent rugby union signing for Bradford. He's not had many touches of the ball, but he's not made any mistakes, John, Neil Summers.
Well, he's done well. He took that ball well, though. It seemed to go away from him slightly, but the ball went to hand eventually.
That's good tackling from Goodway. Hobbs under pressure. Lydon had fired in on David Hobbs then. And he's on the floor. Hampson takes it well and runs away. Good play from the fullback. Can he find the space? Marchant comes in, makes a poor effort at the tackle. And Simpson it was who came across. Simpson has covered well today and supported well. And that's offside again. Robbie Whitfield has given the penalty to Wigan. So he's being quite keen and meticulous as Robbie Whitfield today. He's certainly been very keen at the scrimmage, and he's been quite keen at the play the ball distance 5 metres as well, John.
Yeah, Wigan seem to be having a glut of possession at present, for one reason or another. It's important that Bradford go through a good 6 tackles here, put themselves back in the game.
Certainly, yes, they've got the backs up now of Wigan. Ooh, Betts almost sidestepping through. But Dermot to Edwards. Edwards, who made a break a moment ago, which led eventually to that try by Dennis Betts. Dermot's going on his own, finds Gregory, but Gregory not quite happy about that pass. Wanted it a bit earlier, I think. Edwards again the dummy in the switch of direction. There's still a gap. but he can't get that ball away, and I think Bradford have got possession. No, in fact, it's keep going. Wigan have still got it. Dennis Betts steps inside and accelerates away. That's the sort of pace the boys got. Back to one, says Whitfield. So a lot of pressure, a lot of shouting. The crowd really getting behind now. The play really getting better. Oh, it's a great run from Dean Bell, I think. In fact, it was David Myers, the winger. Edwards finds it. Can he get it out? Dermott's there. He sells the dummy. Oh, outrageous. But it's a try. Martin Dermott has scored for Wigan. Martin Dermott, the try scorer. And it came about as Edwards and Wigan kept that ball alive. They got it out to the left. It looked as if there was an overlap on this left-hand side. Dermott decided to go on his own. He sold an outrageous dummy, a quick sidestep, and over he goes. Well, after that excitement, certainly this first half, the first half started pretty slowly. The second half has started like a rocket. And Botica, restored to fitness, is going to take the kicking duties off Joe Lydon. This would put Wigan just 1 point behind Bradford at 19-17 if he gets 19-18 if he gets it over. Fairly straightforward kick. Takes his time. Nice leisurely approach. He's kicked it well. So 1 point the margin, just that David Hobbs drop goal the difference as Botica slots it over. But a lot of pressure, John, as you said. Wigan had possession and kept it going, and eventually the try came.
Yeah, with the backs up to the wall at 19-6, Wigan looked to be down and out. But significantly, both Edwards and Gregory have started to wield the magic in the middle, and they've consequently got 2 good tries.
Well, can they maintain it? They've only got 12 men. They're against the wind, and Brett Ity finds his opposite number, who hands it on to David Myers. Aggressive run from him. He's bounced away from the tackle of Paul Medley. Dermott, the dummy. Last time it was the try. This time just a 5-yard burst, but that's what Wigan want. They want to go forward. Skerritt takes it and takes it well. Oh, that's a strong run from Kelvin Skerritt. So the game really is livening up. Gregory pushes the ball downfield. That's Stretch Wilson. It's accurate. It's in the corner. Wilson's on his own and Edwards is up, and so's Lydon. So that's good chasing from Wigan. They're pushing Bradford back, and Gregory's tactical kicking, just like Hobbs in the first half, is pushing the opposition back in their own line despite this strong wind. Simpson hands it out. No way forward as John Hamer drives it out. Marchant gets in. Hobbs offloads. And Fairbank can't make the break either. Now it's the last one. Hobbs in position to kick. Gregory tries to charge it down. In fact, he got a touch to it, so all Bradford are onside. Good way, looking for space. Dean Bell comes inside. And Wigan keeping it alive. There's a bit of basketball about their play at the moment. Well, that was sloppy. And his play on it could well be back to 1 as Betts bursts through again. But has he lost it? He's lost the ball in the tackle. And that was an elbow, it looked like it, from John Hamer. Dennis Betts seems to be okay. With Robin Whitfield a little bit unsighted. Now what can Bradford offer? It's the first bit of ball they've had for a while, as Croft runs it out. Certainly tactics seem to be blown to the wind a little bit on Wigan's side. They're keeping the ball alive at all costs.
Yeah, and obviously the urgency in the side as well, it's quite significant. And, they want to run onto the ball and they want to tackle it, men in the tackle, slowing to play the balls down.
And that's just what John was saying. That was a superb defensive lineup there as Dean Bell put pressure on Darryl Shelford, really firing in. Now Hobbs relieves the pressure, and it's gone straight in. Hampson did well to leave that one. So the usual pinpoint accuracy of David Hobbs, just missing there. It was only inches over, and Steve Hampson did well to leave that. So number 11, Dennis Betts, is coming off the field. And Ian Gildart, one of the workers in the pack, will come on in a moment. In fact, Robin Whitfield hasn't seen the touch judge, so Dennis Betts stays on for the time being. Dermot fires it wide. Edwards in the play with Goodway. Tries to push off Itty. He's still trying to get rid of it, is Andy Goodway. In fact, he's lost it. So sadly, and for Wigan, Andrew Goodway's lost the ball. Bradford have a chance to build up possession, and we still want a substitution. Robin Whitfield has actually seen the touch judge now, so the clock is stopped. Dennis Betts, who's had an inspired quarter of an hour in this second half, goes off the field. Ian Gildart comes on, and I think probably Coach John Boney will want to use his subs to give the players a little bit of a rest, John.
Good tactics under the circumstances, with them being down to 12 men and a forward short, obviously spreading the workload amongst the forwards.
So Bradford win it, and Simpson onto Marchant, the drive in, and Ian Gildart gets his first taste of the action. Good play. Shelford in possession, tries to get Caudle away. He's got past Botica. He's strong as Gerald Caudle. Oh, what a try from Gerald Caudle. He's left the Wigan defence and tackle. And Gerald Caudle is back in it from the back of the over. Great wide-out play here as Darryl Shelford put Caudle just on the outside of Frano Botica. Botica desperately dived for the ankles. Caudle stepped out of the tackle. Hampson came across. Caudle came in and out, beat Hampson's desperate lunge, and dives over in the corner for a superb try. So that has brought the attention back in favour of David Hobbs' team, and there is David Hobbs himself lining up this kick. He's got the wind in his favour, and after that inspired piece of play by his three quarters, he'll want to add on the 2 points. He lines it up, it looks good. Oh, it's accurate to the millimetre, that straight through the middle. Another 2 points, and that means that 7-point margin has been regained. And the score now 25 points to 18 in Bradford's favour. That was a great try from Caudle, John.
Yes, it was a marvellous individual try, going down the touchline, in and out of 3 players. Hopefully Bradford can renew the urgency they had in the last 15 minutes of the first half now.
Well, John Hamer's coming off the field and Richards is coming back, so perhaps that was a tactical substitution. Robin Whitfield gets the game back again as he waves the timekeepers on, and this game certainly livening up. We've had 3 tries in just 90 minutes play, and all have been out of the top draw. That one from Gerald Caudle will last in many of Bradford's supporters' memories for a long time to come. Hobbs looking for runners, finds them outside. Shelford linking well with Caudle. Oh, Caudle's in clear again. Edwards has covered across, but Caudle's, oh, this time Hampson gets him. That was a good tackle. And if only he could have looked inside, the support was coming. It was a great run from Gerald Caudle, but a great desperate tackle from Steve Hampson. Support was there, John. Perhaps he
Yes, I think it was Tony Marchant on his inside, but Gerald took the option of having to go himself.
Well, Brett Itty hasn't scored. He was offside. He hadn't retired. Robin Whitfield indicates that. And Wigan at the moment down to 11 men because treatment is being given to Frano Botica, and it looks as if he may well be off the field.
Bradford have really got to apply the pressure here. If they could put in 6 good tackles and retain the ball from a kick on the halfway line, they could.
Well, there is Botica. He doesn't look so good, and that's Lucas. So Dennis Betts will probably have to come back on the field. Dermot finds Gildart running wide, second man out. It's Skerritt on the decoy, and again wide out. This time it's Goodway, just past Fairbank. Oh, keeps going. And Myers is there. David Myers steps and links. Oh, that's a try for Joe Lydon, is it? Joe Lydon scores. What a game. What a try. Joe Lydon, the scorer. A marvellous piece of play from Wigan. And it all started with Andy Goodway drifting wide. A superb break as he drifted past Carl Fairbank. On to Myers. Myers sidestep left, then right, came back inside. And who was supporting inside but Joe Lydon? And he goes over under the post. So Joe Lydon looking pretty happy. He's the try scorer. He's going to attempt to get the 2 points as well. And Dennis Betts has brought the sand on. Botica has recovered, so he's back on the field. And Dennis Betts still on the substitutes bench. 3 points the margin at 25-22 in Bradford's favour. And Lydon to add 2 more points, hopefully, for Wigan. That's over. It looked low, but 25-24, and really an amazing second half, John, this.
Yeah, it's certainly a game of taking chances from one end where Gerald Cordell could have passed inside to put Bradford 2 scores in front, and now it's almost all square.
We are having a substitute anyway, John. It's number 5, I think, that's coming up. Dennis Betts has come on to the wing, but Frano Botica is coming off. So it'll be Dennis Betts against Cordell this time. But Wigan still with just the 12 men, as Myers, who created that try really with that final pass. Certainly Andy Goodway did most of the hard work. But all of a sudden these two very good defensive sides have shown signs of weakness as the ball is being kept alive, and it's certainly a treat for the crowd. The Skerritt plays the ball slowly. Dermot linking, Lucas driving. And there's certainly far more life in both sides' play this this second half. Gregory can't find anywhere, so decides to kick. Wilson, the fullback, replacing the injured Ian Wilkinson. But Bell had come up quickly, and so had Andy Goodway. Simpson trying to force his way through, but really not powerful enough against Dean Bell. There is one man who is powerful. Craig Richards, the big number 8. And we're just a quarter of an hour left for play. Who knows what's in store? We've had some superb, scintillating play from both sides. And Hobbs kicks, and kicks deep. And they well have gone too far. In fact, it's a very good kick. Hampson has to take it behind his own line. Will he run into touch? No, he takes it well, and he takes Tony Marchand's tackle well. But Myers, who's certainly been in the action, he's worked hard as a winger, running the ball out in defence. Skerritt the drive, and this is the situation Bradford haven't been in really this half. John in, pushing Wigan inside their own 22.
Yeah, they've got to get the numbers in the tackles as well. It's significant that Wigan are playing the ball very quickly, so consequently Bradford are not getting back to the referee before they can go forward on defence.
A clash of 2 big men there, John, as Richards perhaps came on top there against Kelvin Skerritt. Skerritt with a big smile on his face. Lydon with the kick. And into the wind, that's a fair kick. Cordell takes it. Tries to get past Bell. No way forward this time. But Wigan have pushed Bradford back into their own half. Whereas the last few occasions when they've kicked, it's been Gregory kicking and pushing them back to the 22. This time they're on the halfway line. So chance for Bradford now as Hobbs takes it wide, decides to double back, pushes Gregory out of the way. Bell fires in on Wilson. And of course, with Bradford having that extra man, the defensive work rate of Wigan has to be up by each individual player. Fairbank holds on. Croft was running through. Simpson, ankle tack by Dermot, but still keeps it going. Fairbank linking. Richards, he's got pace, this boy, and strength. Myers just brings him down. This is the last tackle. And Wigan looking a little bit in disarray as Hobbs decides to kick high for the corner. That's a great kick. Everybody's on side. Hampson leaps. It's gone forward. And Robin Whitfield has given a scrum, and I think it's going to be a Bradford feed. It is. So that was a superb kick from David Hobbs then, and a chance here, John, for Bradford to put a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, hopefully we'll put a set piece on here, Bradford, and be able to work the oracle.
Well, that's the loose forward picking it up, and it's Carl Fairbank, but he's gone to the blind side. Itty waits. The drive from Croft. That's the Wigan line. That's their defensive lineup. They're one man short. Itty's one out, trying to go on his own. Perhaps a bit too greedy there. But again, he's still learning the game. Now the switch in the blind side. Hobbs goes on his own. The dummy to Richards. Wigan are holding on. Itty now wide. No, in fact, he dummies and then links with Simpson. That's a good ball. And it's still picked up by Itty. He's strong and he's good close to the play the ball, but it's gone forward. Robin Whitfield on the spot. He's certainly very good at scurrying close to the floor, is Brett Itty, John.
He's a real dangerous player. He has great awareness. You know, he's able to step off either foot in tight situations. He's a real dangerous player.
Well, he showed that in the first half with that well-taken try. As Gregory Fees, the Wigan pack is driven backwards. It looks like it could be a try. Oh, that's a well-worked try. It's difficult to see who the scorer is, but everybody getting the congratulations. And it's David Croft who scored. It was Gregory feeding the scrum. There are only 5 in the scrummage. And the 6-man Bradford pack just drove them over the line. It was definitely a 6-man shove. And out at the back, the ball popped. David Croft pounced on it. And Bradford have gone back in the lead by another 5 points. So a fairly simple effort for David Hobbs now, just to the right of the post. The loose forward will be pleased with that. And it was a build-up in pressure from the kicks to the corner. And even though the scrummage was in Wigan's favour, it was that great drive which won the ball. Hobbs lines it up. 2 more points, 31 to 24, Bradford in the lead. And they're pretty happy about it. Number 10 looks pretty big. Number 1 I don't think will make the full-back berth. But certainly the Bradford cheerleaders very happy. So the Bradford crowd. John, the game's swung back again in Bradford's favour.
Yeah, it's important that we have that 7-point cushion. We don't want to go in the last quarter in a panic situation. We want to be controlling the game now.
Well, they are controlling the game to a certain extent now. What can Wigan offer? They've provided some sparkle in this second half, even without Ellery Handley. Richards runs it out. He's had a good, strong game. Good defence from Edwards and Gildart. That's gone forward as Edwards knocked it on as well. So, a little bit ambitious there. Ball probably could have been held, John, I think, and then Hobbs drive it downfield. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 people on the Bradford saying that shouldn't have happened. Gregory Fees. Edwards goes on the short side. Lydon can't take the pass. Edwards was under pressure from Brett Itty, and certainly Itty covered very well from that scrimmage and put pressure on Sean Edwards as he switched direction.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of balls for Joe Lydon. He seemed a little bit under pressure, Sean. He's giving the initiative back to Bradford at this stage.
Itty decides to take on Gregory, and the 2 number 7s. Ooh! Well, that was a haymaker from Gregory, and really no need for it. A little bit of pressure. Robbie Whitfield's in there quickly. That's Mark Wilson. And, well, Mark Wilson is being spoken to. I don't know what Robin Whitfield has to say, but it's certainly very strong. Everybody's listening intent. The crowd incensed a little bit, but Robin Whitfield quite clear what happened in the incident. And the penalty to Wigan. So, can Wigan come back in this game once more? Lucas, the drive, close to the line, 2 yards short. Bradford under pressure. Skerritt can't take the ball. He's lost it. Wilson's picked it up. Gregory's firing in. Tempers rising a little. Simpson takes it away. Well, this game is going to be a survival of the fittest.
It's important that the forwards boss the show for Bradford here now. Go through the 6 tackles and control the game.
Certainly Bradford need to keep possession, John, and then use that Hobbs kick downfield with the wind. In fact, there is the kick. He's done it early. Hampson again slipping, but picks it up. He's played the ball, so they're not offside. I think the Bradford players thought they were offside then, but in fact they weren't, because he'd played the ball with his foot, John, and that had played them onside. Gregory decides to change direction with that little kick. Simpson's got back, but he's lost it, and Gregory's picked it up again. Back to 1. Bit of rolling from Noble as Gildart wants to take it away. Well, this no game for the faint-hearted. The crowd really on their toes. 7 points the margin. Gregory, the instigator, links well with Edwards. Beautiful run from Edwards. Edwards past Wilson. Sean Edwards, what a try. What a great piece of play from the 2 halfbacks. Sean Edwards has finished it off, and he looks happy about that. Very determined. It was Andy Gregory, though, who set the try up. A beautiful piece of play from him. Made the half break. Edwards, as ever, supporting, and he shot past Wilson and scores to the left-hand side of the post. Lydon to add the 2 points. 2 points added. The game still anybody's. The score at 31-30. John, this is an amazing game of rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely tremendous stuff from Andy Gregory there. That's where he's at his best, in the middle, where he bobs off his right foot and takes on the slower forwards, and finding his old ally Sean Edwards in support again.
Well, we've got just over 6 minutes left in this game, and it's going to be 6 minutes of action-packed entertainment. Itty kicks off, and Hampson collects inside the 22. Links with Gildart. Ian Gildart almost makes it to the 22. Dermot waiting at acting halfback. Skerritt running wide. Good tackle from Brad Itty then, as the big man came at him. Dermot goes away, but Shelford wraps him up. It's been lost. Goodway keeps it. He still stands on his feet. Very strong, Andy Goodway. Dermot finds Gregory. Gregory dummies, jinx, almost breaks through. He's really having a stormer, Andy Gregory. Edwards links, jinx off that right foot. This is the last tackle. That's the halfway line. Edwards gets to his feet. Dermot waiting. Gregory kicks, but that's been knocked down. And is it back to 1? No, it's a handover. The referee is saying it wasn't a deliberate charge down, I think, that it hit the player. So that's the handover, that's the last tackle, and Marchant plays it to Noble. Just 5 minutes left. Bradford 1 point in the lead, as Richards takes it up. Just 10 metres inside the Wigan half. Simpson switches the direction to Hobbs. Hobbs a little bit slowly then, linking with Marchant. Marchant took it at half pace, but they're getting closer to that Wigan 22. That's the target. Itty the dummy, and then the kick ahead. Nobody following though. It may well go dead. It has gone. Hampson did well not to touch that ball. It's going to be a tap on the 22. Goodway takes it. Skerritt drives forward.
It was a good kick there from Brett Itty. It was just a poor chase. Perhaps if there would have been good chase on the kick, they might have put Steve Hampson under pressure to perhaps run the ball out.
Certainly I think Bradford three-quarters expected the ball come out in their hands, and once it didn't, they just seemed to give up. Noble tackles Andy Gregory, and Edwards waits at acting halfback. Lucas, the shuffle and then the drive. 1 point the difference. There's 3 or 4 minutes left for play. And Gregory trying to find some space. Links well with Lydon. Lydon knocked it. And Betts coming in from the left wing. On the last tackle now, Dennis Betts plays the ball back. Dermot fires it to Lydon. Lydon with the drop effort. Is that over? It's a massive kick. Just short. Wilson takes it under the post. Links with Simpson. Simpson gets away from Bell. Now Roger Simpson has got pace. But Tooney Red's back in the line. That would have levelled the scores, John. It was great effort into the wind.
Reminiscent of the semi-final at Main Road.
Well, that was a prodigious kick in that semi-final against Warrington. Lydon just not quite getting it there. But Bradford have possession and they're keeping it alive. Well, they were, until Wilson knocked on. So that's got to be a scrum. And strangely enough, we've had very few scrums in this second half.
Just poor control of the ball there from Bradford. Trying to keep it alive.
They're in the lead. There's 3 minutes left for play. And you thought they want to keep possession. Wigan have won it this time. Edwards, the dummy, and then the link with Bell. Bell tries to find some space. But it's Wigan in possession, and can they build up and finally get a try which would win the game possibly? The game has been flowing to and fro. Edwards dummying and then linking with Goodway. Goodway set up that try for Lydon. Gregory again prompting. This time the kick through. March has got back. It's not a good one. So a let off for Bradford as Itty takes it away from acting halfback. Bradford will want to keep the ball now. Richards takes the drive. Skerrett dives over the top. Well, the pressure's on Wigan really to try and get the ball, but Bradford have it as Croft takes it up. And Hobbs will come in soon, I'm sure, to kick. In fact, he's there now, one out. He kicks high, he kicks deep. It's probably gone too far. Bounces over the line. Hampson almost onto the speedway track. Pushes the ball back for the tap. Well, that was the Bradford Man of the Match Award announcement for Craig Richards as Bell takes that drive. Dermot links with Lucas. Lucas to Gildart. Bradford will have to hang on now if they want the spoils. There's 1 minute left for play. And Wigan will try and keep possession as Betts drives forward into the Bradford half. Delaying tactics there from Noble. Edwards throws it wide. Gregory looking for the runners. Can't find any as Marchand has blocked it off. Bell has to come inside. Neat side step from Dean Bell. Myers is outside. Can he keep the ball? There's Edwards. But Edwards has slipped. Good cover from Simpson. This game isn't over yet. Wigan trying desperately to score. Gregory sidesteps over the top. Lydon's got the ball. Betts is outside him. Betts comes inside. Can he make it to the line? He's held up inches short. Last tackle. Lydon looking for the orders as Robin Whitfield holds his hand up. Can Bradford hang on? Lydon throws it wide. Gregory with the chip up. It's gone too far. It was an attempted kick up high into the in-goal area. But Bradford just hung on there, John. That was desperate stakes for them.
Yes, you've got to have tremendous admiration for Wigan, down to 12 men. They really took the game by the scruff of the neck and produced a tremendous performance this second half.
Well, it's been a great game. It's certainly been good to watch. We're now into injury time. Bradford leading by that 1 point. As Fairbanks slowly gets to his feet. Itty feeds it on. Medley gets underneath that tackle. In fact, it's Fairbank as Itty looks for the play, looks for the gap, but can't find it. That's the halfway line. The score 31-30 and Bradford in the lead. It'll be a great run, a great cheer from this crowd when the hooter goes. Slowly forward, good link inside to Noble. But Bradford keeping it tight and keeping it close. And then waiting for that kick, and it comes this time from Carl Fairbank, but it's gone straight back in. So it's going to be a scrum. Apparently it bounced on the line. Lydon looking to have been paid. It's the last tackle, so it's a handover as it went straight into touch. Bell tries to get past Marchant and does so. Can't get past Wilson though. Good cover from the fullback. The hoot has gone. That's the end of a fabulous game of rugby here at Odsal Stadium. An unbelievable second half, John, full of exciting tries.
After a real mistake in the first half, a tremendous game. Credit to both sides.
A credit to both sides indeed. The final score from a delighted crowd here at Odsal Stadium is Bradford 31, Wigan 30. Well, David, that was a fabulous game of rugby. You must have thought, after that first half performance, that the second half was going to be easy.
That's right, we took everything to Wigan in the first half, caught them cold, and some good support play produced some excellent tries in our point of view. We went in at half time with his tails high. The worst thing that happened for us was when Ellery got sent off for having a work Robin Whitfield going off the field. Wigan come out then firing. I know it's always difficult, it's always easy saying they were a man down, we should have gone away from them, but 12 men tend to pick themselves up, and they did, came back at us strong.
They really did play well. In the end, probably it was the 1 point difference, the drop goal, which made the difference.
Well, that's right. It's also been a policy of mine to come away with a point every time in your opponent's 22. But apart from that drop goal, I thought Bradford have maybe lost the myth of just having a strong pack today. I thought our backs were magnificent today. You certainly got some strong runners outside, in Marchant in the centre, and you've got Gerald Cordland. That was a superb try for him, wasn't it? Well, that's right. I should think Gerald will be knocking on the Great Britain Test place after that performance today.
And of course the kicking tactics in the game, but both sides kicked very well. You yourself in the second half would have wanted to get Wigan down into their own 22, but for long periods of time they pinned you back in your own 22.
They did, yeah, and we fortunately had the win in the second half. But we went to a long period without having the ball, and Wigan kept us under a lot of pressure. But once we overcome that pressure, then we came away and scored the vital point. And certainly that's 2 points in the bag in the Championship. We'll be very thankful for that. Well, that's right. There's no easy points now, so we're just grateful for every point that we can get. Well, thanks very much, David. And certainly from a very happy Odsal, it's goodbye.
Well, what a morale-boosting win there for Bradford Northern against the reigning champions. Next Sunday live, Swinton against Halifax.
Thank you for watching British Aerospace Sportscast.
27. That's Asda price.
Good night, my love. Your mommy is kneeling beside you.
When you've got a cold, Vicks Vapor Rub helps you breathe more easily. So you sleep like a baby.
Will guide you.
Here we are. Chicken satay, Martin.
I don't do spicy.
Mini pizzas.
No cheese. Nightmares.
Duck roll.
Nothing oriental.
Chocolate roll.
Gives me wind.
Pavlova.
Oh dear, no.
Ice cream chocolates.
Ice cream gives me headache. No. No. No, 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 no.
Toad in the hole.
Fair play.
Iceland, because mums are heroes.
I believe I can fly.
The R in R&B is R. Kelly's greatest hits. 18 smash hits all together for the first time on one album, including the #1 singles I Believe I Can Fly and Ignition. R. Kelly is The R in R&B, the album out now.
Darling, fabulous, and Bart, Thursday we'll do lunch.
Another goodie bag. Platinum ankle watch. Sold yesterday. Where next?
May I make a suggestion, madam?
New from Walker's.
Just give me the bag.
Honey roasted ham flavour sensations. Available for a limited time only.
How super. Give them back, you jugged commoner.
Posh crisps from Walker's.
You can read about it, talk about it, dream about it, but there's no substitute for just doing it.
Sometimes you give out messages like back off, and other times you...
I never want you to back off.
Between the Sheets.
I've never felt anything like it in my life.
Tonight at 9 on ITV1.
New album Friday's Child, which went straight to #1, is Will Young. He's going to sing a track called Stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Young! you. Now then, our next guest is an English Test cricketer who played 42 Test matches for England, taking 120 wickets. He retired from cricket in April to take part in TV's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. These days, he's also team captain on They Think It's All Over. Please welcome Phil Tufnell!
Now, you're comfy. Get yourself nice.
Yes, mate.
You were obviously one of the best spin bowlers we ever had, but the nickname I only found out reading it, Phil the Cat.
Yes.
Tufnell, why the cat? Why they call you that?
There's a few reasons, really. I don't know whether there's I can say too many of them, actually.
Well, just tell us. You might be out of time.
Well, no, I've been, I don't know, out all night, sleep all day. Always having a snooze in the dressing room, things like that.
And I hear the odd wee in the neighbour's flowers.
Yes, I've been caught having a pee in next door neighbour's flower beds. Yeah, so, yeah, a few reasons.
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. But
Yeah.
I mean, that must have come as a bit of a surprise to you being asked on that. I mean, what did you think? Were you shocked?
I was shocked, yeah, I was. I was coming to the end of my cricket career, and they phoned me up and they sort of said, "You fancy coming on it?" And I said, "Yeah, it sounds like a good laugh, you know." And
because you're known for
I just turned up, yeah, I just turned up. It was like camping holiday for 2 weeks. It was great, you know, fully paid up. There you go, getting your wood and getting your water in and everything, sitting around the fire.
But it must have changed your life, because you obviously won. Everybody adored you on it, that's why you won.
Yeah.
And it's obviously changed your life, because you're now into the showbiz thing, and you've become a TV personality, and... How you must be enjoying it.
I don't know much about that. No, I don't know much about that. I still see myself as a sportsman, really. You know, I played for my country, you know, which I was very proud of, and you know, I played cricket all my life, so yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, come on, meet all you lot. You know what I mean? Have a good laugh, sit and have a few beers in the green room. It's fantastic.
Better than working, isn't it?
Yeah, it's better than digging the roads, mate. I can do it.
Going on to that programme, I mean, you got back to Australia, which you've been to a few times.
I know.
Going into the jungle, I mean, when you were eating those bugs...
Oh, no, that wasn't nice, yeah.
I mean, that's got to be the worst thing in the world. I could not do that for...
No, I felt them wriggle all the way down.
Oh, no!
Every time I burped, I thought a moth was there. It was horrible. That was probably one of the worst things I've had to do, actually.
I should think so.
Yeah, they were all looking at me like that.
Well, that was like the grim moment. There was a really moving moment. You were having a chat with Linda and Anthony. It was quite a heart-to-heart, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, you get to... You know, we all got on very well in there, you know what I mean? There was a good mob, and...
Were you aware the cameras were on you at that moment, when you were pouring out your heart, saying with love, and you missed your girlfriend and all that?
Yeah, my Dawny. Love my Dawny. She'll be watching Dawny, all right, baby. No, not really. I didn't realise the cameras were there, really. They were all sort of hidden away, and you were still...
Do you forget about them? Do you really forget about them?
Yeah, you do after a while, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of big ones that were there, but we were still finding, you know, little ones sort of hidden up trees and in bushes and things. Although there was nowhere to hide.
But you seem to adapt quite well to jungle life, you know.
Yeah.
You're a little Charles, aren't you?
Yes, no, it was nice.
Did you feel at home?
Yeah, I had a great time. As I said, I just thought to myself when I was going on there to be yourself and, you know, have a smile on your face, you know what I mean? And that's the way
that comes natural with you.
Well, I've tried to keep it on there as long as you can, you know what I mean? So
tell us about this new DVD called Toughers on Tour.
Yeah, I've got a Toughers on Tour DVD. I've gone round and I was in a Trabant. Which is one of these, I don't know why they didn't give me a Ferrari or something, but they gave me this old Trabant to drive around the country in, and I did a few little gigs in that sort of, you know, toe wrestling I've done, and driving Ferraris around, and also, you know, some talking about the jungle and cricket and sort of...
Bit of stand-up as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
here's a clip from the DVD here.
I decided to go into the jungle about 2 days beforehand. Thankfully, we did go over there, and there was some old Aussie ocker bloke who was, you know, who was into all his survival and everything, told us a few tips. And the one tip that I did get was always to shake your sleeping bag out because of scorpions and spiders and snakes and everything. What he didn't tell me was that Wayne's sleep might be down the bottom of his
Bless him, little Wayne. Yeah. Can I just say one thing quickly? That the proceeds of... I'm selling the Trabant, and the proceeds are going to go to the Chloe Wright appeal.
and who's a little girl who's very poorly, and she's in America getting treatment over there. And if you're about I've got to say this, I've got to get it right.
Go on.
In Streatham on Wednesday, come down there in the evening, and we're having a do with Jocelyn Brown singing. The Drifters are down there, and all the proceeds will be going to her. Yeah, so thanks for that.
Are you folks to Streatham? You've been told?
Yeah, been told.
Now, you, as you said before, you've done a bit of stand-up on this DVD as well. What kind of material is that?
Yeah, what do you do? What kind of jokes?
Just what's been going on, really. Just what's going on. I've had quite a funny old life, really, you know what I mean? I've been, you know, as you say, you go on tours. I've been on 10 England tours and, you know, 18 years playing cricket with a load of sort of airy-arse blokes going around the world. You know what I mean? You find yourself in some strange positions.
Let's talk about county cricket.
Do we have to?
I was just going to say, I mean, if I'm honest, I prefer the one-day matches. I know the elitist cricketer's going to say that, no. But at least you get a result. Can county cricket survive?
Well, I know what you mean, and we do turn up there for 5 days, and then they get
5 days, and you have a tea break, a lunch break.
It's civilised, mate.
They have a day off.
Yes, cut the crusts off the sandwiches.
I'm explaining, and there's 9 out of 10, it's a draw.
I know.
So I don't think county, I think they've got to rethink it.
Well, they have to do a little bit, but I'm sure the hierarchy and the old-school Thai boys will sort it out.
But you still play, don't you? You still play a bit, don't you?
I do. I play for Lashins.
What?
I play for Lashins
Of
Club.
what?
It's like a charity club.
Oh, it's a charity?
Yeah, it's great. We all go out there, get 500, and then bowl them out for about 30 and all go down the pub. It's great.
So have you got any big names playing for you, Picard?
Mark Waugh, Shane Warne.
Oh, nobody important?
No one important. Brian Lara's played for us as well, so it's good fun.
Phil, what are you going to do at Christmas? What are you going to be up to?
I'm going to be with my family, I think. You know, just chilling out. Yeah, just chilling out. Yeah, chilling out, mate, I think.
You're a good sort. Phil Tufner! Good on you, Phil. Coming up after the break, Hollyoaks actress Terry Dwyer will be here, and you're going to be too. Very nice.
Coming soon on Today, Blue, Atomic Kitten, and Donny Osmond.
Christmas dinner delights! Indulge in some Co-op sliced smoked Scottish salmon, half price. Surprise them with tender topside of beef, now half price. Velvety Out of Africa Pinotage Cabernet, also half price. And spoil someone with a Christmas premium bouquet, an incredible half price. Treats close to ho-ho home! Co-op, we go further so you don't have to.
It's amazing what saving with Park can do.
It's a kind of magic.
Save a little each week with Park, and everything you need to make Christmas 2004 really magic can be yours.
It's a kind of magic.
From fine food and drink to wonderful gifts for everyone. You can also enjoy big spending power with the High Street gift voucher.
It's a kind of magic.
Welcome to top stores like Boots, Iceland, Argos, Woolworths, JJB Sports, Wilkinson's and many more. For your free Park catalogue, call 0800 10 4000.
Britain's most successful music video act this century. Westlife, the greatest hits tour, DVD and VHS. 20 tracks including their greatest hits. Plus, in an exclusive documentary, the band reveal what being in Westlife is really like. Westlife Greatest Hits Tour, DVD and VHS. Out now.
More half-price gifts at Curry's. This BT Digital Cordless Phone Twin Pack and this Nokia Digital TV receiver, both half-price.
Hey, come on Snow White, let's clean you up before the dwarves get home.
Persil's new tablets now fizz into action on every stain imaginable.
BT Broadband brings the internet to life, making it a lot more entertaining. To connect for free and get a free modem, simply visit bt.com/BT Broadband by December 21st. When we designed our Babyliss foot spa, we knew you wanted soothing bubbles and water jets. Then you suggested a remote control, half the noise, and a longer cord. So you can relax and enjoy your foot spa anywhere you want. The Babyliss Care and Comfort Foot Spa. Transform your bath into a luxury bubble jet spa. Thousands of warm, massaging bubbles to soothe and relax your cares away. The Bubble Jet Spa experience. It could only be Babyliss.
I love your daughter.
Bryn, the incredible new album from Bryn Terfel. Including the stunning duet with Andrea Bocelli. Bryn, the new album from Bryn Terfel. Out now.
It's a kind of magic.
Save a little each week with Park and make your Christmas truly magical. For a free 2004 catalogue, phone 0800 10 4000 now.
My job never involved murder.
You don't get all that, Harry. I thought you understood that.
I don't kill people.
It's so easy to wipe out someone's life.
A drama premiere. The Crooked Man. Wednesday at 9. ITV1.
Guest is the glamorous young actress who for 5 years played Ruth Osborne in Hollyoaks. She's also taken part in the Celebrity Olympics TV show The Games, finishing second overall. She's soon to be seen in Celebrities Under Pressure, hosted by our Mel here. And she'll appear, I think it's January the 10th, I think that is. Please welcome Terry Dwyer.